July means the year is halfway through. And if you're anything like me, that means the holiday gift giving season will be right around the corner. And those of us who like to plan, well, we better get started. So stay with me today, and that's what we're going to do. Well, hi everyone, I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And one of the ways that I like to keep things simple for myself is to be more organized. Now, I know that the holiday gift giving season is just around the corner. For me, Christmas is a big gift giving holiday, and I like to prepare for that. We just had Prime Day in July. I'm already starting to get notices about what might be on sale for Black Friday. So it's starting. The commercialism is starting whether we like it or not. Now, my family typically doesn't do a lot of big purchases like that. We do a lot of consumable gifts. We do a lot of events and memory making and that kind of thing. But still, I need to keep those ideas organized. So today, that's what I want to get started for this year, 2023. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you enjoy planning and organizing and using OneNote to keep track of all things that happen in your life, you've come to the right place. And I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to learn more about what we do here at A Crystal Clear Life. And if you find any value in what we're talking about today, please go ahead and give me a like or a thumbs up and leave me a comment. That really does help my channel. Now, with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So as you can see here on my screen, I have my beautiful holiday planner or Christmas planner that I downloaded from DCP Digital's a few years ago. And I have an entire video, actually a couple of videos, where I go through and I show page by page everything that was in this beautiful holiday planner and how you can get it and all of those kinds of things. I will leave a link up above if you would like to check out my holiday planner videos. But today I just want to focus on gift lists because that's really what I need to get organized today. All right. So as you can see here on my screen, there's this planner that I got from DCP Digitals, comes with a couple of different types of Christmas gift lists. So I just wanted to show you those. The first one you see here on the screen has a section for various people. So maybe you have someone like a child that you give more things to, and then you have something like, your parents or your spouse or something like that you give fewer things to. And then there are those gifts for like teachers or friends or people at church or people in your club or something like that you just have one little thing that you want to give them. So you want to have a space to write that down too. This is a really good, cute gift list, and I like this one. Another one that they have is just multiple pages of the smaller gift things for, let's say, again, you have people in a club and you want to give things to them, or you have students or friends or something like that. Well, whatever, you have lots of small gifts to give. This is a great page for that, okay? Now that my daughter is an adult and on her own, I don't have teacher gifts and friend gifts and Girl Scout gifts and all of those things to do anymore. So my gift list has become much more simple. All right, let's jump over into December and I'll show you what I'm doing for this year. So I'm going to my Crystal Clear Life Planner for this year, and in December, I've already set that section up, but you see, I really only have 2 pages. The first page says a Christmas wish list for 2023. This page, I put in here actually in January when I first created this planner, because these were the takeaways from the 2022 Christmas season. We had a new kitten last year, and we decided not to put up a big tree. We did very simple decorations because we weren't sure what that little guy was going to get into. Well, as it turned out, he was pretty adventurous, but I think for this year, we really want to try to go back and put a big tree up this year. So that was first on my wish list, is that we want to have a big tree in 2023. Okay. And everybody admits that they like the garland that I hang on the chair or the stair rails here in the house. So we want to make sure that we do that again. And there are a couple of events that we like to do. And so I added those as well. One of the things that I think is really important when you're trying to live a more simplified life is sometimes we go about doing all of these elaborate things for a particular holiday when to the rest of the family, those things don't really matter. So the big important things are that we get a big tree, that we hang the garland, and I'm going to ask them what cookies they want baked. And those will be my top 3 priorities for getting the house ready for Christmas for this year. Sometimes I think we go overboard with things, and it just causes more stress and anxiety for those of us who are doing the work, and those people who are enjoying it. It doesn't really matter that much to them. So my key point takeaway here is ask the people and do what matters most to everyone in the family and forget the rest of it. Okay. All right. That's my philosophy for this year. And I'll let you know if it works or not. Okay. Moving on to the gift list page, which is why we are here today. All right. So you can see here that I chose this gift list page for the people in my life that I give gifts to. All right. So this gift list page says gifts for, and then there's a place where you can write in the person's name. And then there are items that you can put down here. And then you can put, check off when it's wrapped or purchased or however you want to do that. Sometimes I add an extra column and I write purchased, and then I put a check mark for when it's purchased and when it is wrapped. That works fine. But to get things started way back here in July, I wanted to simply have a place where I can start to write down information as I'm thinking of gift ideas for people. Okay. So you see here, I have a number of people listed within my family, godparents, siblings, that kind of thing. Then I have my little knitting group, my church friends, and my neighbors. I like to give them just a little something. And then I have some blank spaces here. If other gift opportunities come up, I have a place to write those down as well. Okay, so you can see my gift list is very scaled back. What I like to do is I like to go through and I like to start adding ideas of things that I know people need in my life. For example, my daughter has been looking for a pair of headphones, over-the-ear headphones that are wireless. She does not want to spend, more than $100 because she's a very frugal person. And so I know that headphones are something that are on her list, and we are just kind of on the lookout for that. Okay. Now, for the men in my life, I discovered a book this summer that I have really enjoyed reading, and I figured that some of the men in my life who are also fans of baseball would like this book too. If you have any baseball fans in your life, they might enjoy it as well. Let me show you the book. So I checked this book out of the library, and it is called A History of Baseball in 10 Pitches. Okay. And so this was written by a man named Tyler Kepner, and he is a columnist for the New York Times. And, he really writes this. It's very case study. It's, it talks about basically the 10 different pitches that baseball players use and how those pitches became famous, how they were invented, what pitchers really, made them their own and that kind of thing. And it's a really easy read and it's fun to read. I think it would make a great audiobook if you were going on a long trip and you needed something to listen to in the car. I think it's a good book. And for all my guys who like baseball that are on my list, I'm going to get them a copy. Now all I have to do is figure out what format would they like it in. I checked it out in large print so I can read it without my glasses. Some people might like an audiobook or a Kindle version, or they might like the paperback. So That's all I really need to ask them is, what is your book preference? And then once they tell me that, I can put my orders in and get those things taken care of. Okay? All right. Now, so you'll see here listed for, some of my friends, like right here, the History of Baseball book. That's what I'm giving to a couple of people. So I want to write that down so I don't forget. All right. The other reason that I love putting this in OneNote is because as I go ahead and think of ideas, or if I am out and about and shopping and I see something that I think someone would like, I can go ahead and open up this page on my phone and add the item to that particular person's list. Okay. Now, speaking of lists, a while ago I created a wish list for special people in my life, like my, immediate family members and that kind of thing. Okay. Now, if you go down here and you look where it says gifts for Renee, that's my sister. If I click on that, you see that that is a link. Well, where's that link going to take me? It's going to take me to the page that I created a while ago for her. Again, I made a video about this page creation. I will link it up above if you would like to check it out. But let's go look at that page. Okay, so here is my gift ideas for Renee, and you can see I did not make this page just holiday related. I just put things on there that would help me remember if I want to celebrate Renee in some way. These are some things that I could do for her. So I have a section over here for her clothing size, books and authors that she might like, a wish and gift list. So I added in 2021 that she now has chickens and she would like chicken treats and toys for those chickens. So that's what I gave her last year for Christmas. So I wrote it down here so I won't forget. If she loved it and she wants some more chicken treats and toys for the chickens this year, that's great. If not, I have other things that I can get for her. Okay. I also have written down here her favorite colors, what her favorite snacks and treats are, who her favorite baseball team is, or football team, or whatever. Some of her interests and hobbies. She likes to do pottery. She likes to make signature cocktails, and she likes to travel. I even have specific links here for things that she has sent me from Amazon that she might like. Okay, so I put all of those links in here. And if I have to celebrate something with her, her favorite celebration food is ice cream. Okay, mine is German chocolate cake. Hers is ice cream. So I like to keep all of that information in one place so that as I am thinking about gifts and things for people, I have information like that. Okay. So let me go to Bill's page and I'll show you how I added that link. Okay, so here I am on Bill's page. It looks very much the same, except the ideas are specialized for Bill. All right. He is a big hiker. And so one of the things that I think that he would like is a Columbia gift card. So I have that down here. All right. If I want to create that link, all I need to do is go over here and right click on this page and say copy link to page. Then when I go back to my notebook for this year and into December, I can go down here where Bill's name is listed. I can highlight Bill's name and go up to my insert menu and go over to link and leave Bill's name there. I can simply paste the link in there and say okay. Now when it says gifts for Bill and I click on that, it will take me back to Bill's page. Okay, so that I can add information or jot down information there. All right. Okay. I think that is fantastic. I love the flexibility of being able to add links and link pages in my notebook that I'm currently using with pages in other notebooks so that they're easy to find and I can jump from one section to the other back and forth. It makes my life so easy. Okay. All right. Speaking of links, I have one more link to show you on here, and that is my ideas link over here. As I was saying in the top of the video, a lot of us in my family like to do consumable gifts now. And what that means are they're not other things that sit around like, cups or mugs or pillows or something like that. They are more consumable things, things that you can eat, things that you can use, things that, eventually will be used up. We also like to do events, tickets to shows, tickets to sporting events, that kind of thing. So that's one of the things that we like to do. So what I did a few years ago is I started creating a list of consumable gift ideas. Let's take a look at that. All right, so here you see I have a list of consumable gift ideas, and I have it broken down by family or close friends, young teens or adults, parents, so people who might be older than me, consumable food gifts, and then kids. Okay, so I know if I am looking for a gift for a neighbor's child, I might be able to come in here and say, okay, I can get them some bubble bath and toys. Or I might be able to put together, since I'm a gardener, I might be able to put together a little gardening set for them that has seeds and pots and, that kind of thing, so that they could try their hand at gardening. Something like that. A magazine subscription. I love to give magazine subscriptions to children because it encourages them to learn. It encourages them to read. It's something that's consumable. They can read it, use it, and then pass it on to somebody else. So those are the kinds of things that I like to have on my consumable gift list. So if I'm stuck for an idea with someone, I can always come here and, possibly jog my memory about some consumable gifts that I might want to give people. In fact, just yesterday, I was looking through Pinterest and I saw the cutest idea. This person had gone to, I guess, like a McDonald's, and they had gotten a cup holder, a place cup holder, and they had gotten one of their hot drinks from that particular business. And they also had a donut that they had put there. It could be a Danish or, an Egg McMuffin or, whatever you want to get as a snack from that place. And then there was a very small bouquet of flowers. I thought that was just the sweetest gift to take to somebody at work who might be having a birthday, or maybe a friend who's feeling down, just to let them know that, that you were thinking about them. So what I think I want to do also on this page is I want to start adding some images of things like that, just to help inspire me and motivate me. So that's on my plan for later this weekend, is I want to go through and add some of these in visual form, because I'm a visual person and I like that. Okay. All right. Now, if you are saying to yourself, well, Crystal, I don't have this cute, fancy notebook, with all these sections and stuff in it. I want to tell you that really this is just a quad layout. You could do a table in OneNote that is 2 by 4. And let me pull that up here on the side so that you can see it. Like so. And you could create something like this. Let's move that in the middle of the container. So in your top cell up here, you could put family, and then over here you could put consumable gifts. And then you could have a big blank space here to write in. And then down here you could write parents. And over here you could do food. And then in this second section up here, let's say you want to start adding items. That would be very easy to do. If you want to do bullet items like I've done here, you go to your home menu and you say bullet, and then you start typing, and then you hit bullet, and it just keeps going. And you can put all the ideas that you want in here, just like that. Okay? And you will see that when you are finished, again, we can create a bullet item here. Change the bullets if you want to. Maybe you want to do that kind of bullet for your parents just to differentiate. Okay, and you can see that even with this table feature, it starts to look very much like this quad layout page that I have here on the screen. Now, that also works for my gift list. I'm going to grab this 2-column table and I'm going to cut it, and I'll take it back to my gift list and show you, how much it matches up. Okay, so you can see here that this gift list is pretty much the same thing. It is a quad layout. It just happened to have lines in it, and it actually has a little tiny column here so that you can check off if that gift is wrapped. Well, that's easy enough to do with this table feature that I'm using. So let me paste it in here and I'll show you. Let's get this out of the way for now. Let's come here and we'll paste that. Okay. All right, if I want to add that little checkbox for whether the gift has been wrapped, I can go in here to table and I can say add row on the right. And now I have a little place where I can write the word wrap. And there we go. Okay, now that gives me this little space right here where I can check off if the item has been wrapped. I could do the same thing for this column if I want to. So again, that's go to table and insert to the right. And I can write the word wrap, or I can put an icon there, however I'd like to do that. And there we have it. It is set up very much like what I have over here, except instead of family, this would say Michael, and this would say Samantha. If I could spell my family's name right, that would be nice. And this would say Renee, and this would say Bill. Okay, so that way you have everything all together. It looks very much like this. Then you can decorate it with whatever stickers you have. This page happened to come with these snowflakes, but you could do whatever you want. You want it to look a little more festive. Remember, you can always use table shading. So go down here to table shading. There's a pretty green color. Maybe I want to add some red. So down here again, table shading, and we can pick a red color. All right, and maybe let's say this would look better in white, so let's change that to white. And there you have it, okay? So even though you don't have the fancy graphics of this page, you can make a page that looks very similar, all right? And if I grab this, you can see that it would fit on a blank page of a notebook if you wanted to do that, okay? All right, so trying to get myself organized for the holiday season. Let's go ahead and delete this for now. Trying to get myself organized for the holiday season, getting that gift list ready, making those links to pages with information that I already have, making a list to those pages where I have other ideas that I want to be able to get to as well, keeping it all on one page, knowing exactly what I need for 2023, 6 months ahead of time. I know it's a little early, probably makes some people very stressed out, but in my case, having this information makes my mind not worry so much about what is coming up in the future because I have pre-planned that. So for me, that really helps. Some people may not like to do this until November, and that's absolutely fine too. Whatever works for you best. I just like to share with you the ideas that I have and some of the ways that I organize the things that are coming up in my life. All right. Well, thanks for joining me today. I really hope you've learned something. I hope you're going to think about giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I use OneNote. Until next time. Okay. Bye. They'll be here before you know it.